Bonjour and welcome to your first virtual lesson. I'm going to walk you through a very interesting task today. You're going to see it's very straightforward and we're going to take it step by step. So make sure that you have 40 minutes ahead and that you are comfortable and that you have all your equipment. So, what do we need for this? I have sent a worksheet to you on Firefly. It's a Google Docs link. What you need to do is to download it. So this is what it looks like. There are blue boxes and this is where you're going to type your name, form, date, and your answers. We're going to go through 7 questions today that we've covered throughout this module, and I will walk you through how to complete it to the best of your ability. The other thing that you will need is your phone or any timer. So not that, but this kind of phone. And also your book and pencil case. And by book, I do mean cahier d'exercice and livre. So exercise book and textbook. Very important to make notes or look up words that we've learned a while ago. In this video, what you can do is, if it ever goes a bit too quickly for you, feel free to pause it. Alright, let's begin. Aujourd'hui, c'est le jeudi 19 mars 2020. So that's for the first French group. Le jeudi 19 mars 2020. So make sure that you write that in your exercise books. And what we're doing is an end of module writing task. So if you are in 780, it's the 19th of March. If you are 7CH, your date would be lundi 23 mars. Lundi 23 mars. Make sure that you write the correct date. And this is the title. So this is what the sheet looks like. Very straightforward. So the boxes look tiny, but that's because they're going to expand as you type in your answers. So you just click inside the blue boxes and just type away. Easy as that. Right, we're going to start with question 1. Now let's try to think if we can remember what the question means. Quel sport aimes-tu faire? Quel sport n'aimes-tu pas? What is that about? Think about it for a few seconds. It is obviously about the sports that you like to do and the sports that you don't like to do. So here are a few boxes that we've seen before, and this is going to help you form your answer. So the first one reminds you how to use jouer and faire. Remember, you need to use the right articles. Our second box is a little reminder of how to use the verb aimer. So you have your verb endings, and you also have a little reminder of how to use the negative. Now, obviously, the goal is to really showcase everything you've learned so far. So to do that, we are not using Google Translate because 1, I will be able to tell if you did, it's quite obvious, and 2, it doesn't show you your true progress, and this is what I want to see. So let's make a deal right now that we're not going to use Google Translate. Use your memory, use your textbook, use your exercise book, but not Google Translate. So here are 2 kind of answers that you can write for this question. The first one, everyone should be able to say which sport they like, which one they don't like. Here, as an example, is j'adore le sport, surtout le netball, mais je n'aime pas le football parce que c'est difficile. So to make our writing interesting, we're adding an opinion using parce que and a little adjective. So make sure that you include an opinion to make your answer interesting. Now, if you want to push yourself a little bit further, you can write something like this. J'adore le sport, surtout le netball, parce que je suis très sportive, adding an adjective about yourself. What we did in module 1. Mais je n'aime pas le football parce que je trouve ça ennuyeux. Again, another opinion that we've seen in a past module. So, use your phone and time 3 minutes to answer this question. Pause this video here, and when your time is up, we move on to the next question. Next question. Qu'est-ce que tu fais quand il fait beau? Now let's try to remember what il fait beau means. It is about weather. Il fait beau means the weather is nice. So here's a little reminder of how to say to play and to do. So with a sport or a game, you play, you use jouer au à la o. So you remember this is depending on the gender of your activity. And with a sport or activity you do, you use faire du, de la, de L apostrophe, au D. So the tip is to look on pages 60, 63 if you need any help. As a little extra, you can also specify the seasons. So here is how you use that. Au printemps, en été, en automne, en hiver. It spices up your answer a little bit. And what we can do is, a clever thing is always to start your answer with the end of the question. So I'm going to steal this bit. Quand il fait beau, j'aime, dot, 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 j'adore, je joue, je fais. Make sure that you use your connectives and that you make your sentence really interesting. Use your quantifiers, intensifiers, anything that links your sentences together. Don't stick with short, disjointed bits. For that, give yourself 2 minutes. Question 3. Qu'est-ce que tu fais quand il pleut? Do we remember what il pleut means? It's raining. Excellent. So, for this one, I'm going to let you answer it by yourself. You remember that you need to start your answer with the end of the question, and you do the same as for the previous one. Give yourselves 2 minutes. Question 4. Qu'est-ce que tu fais avec tes appareils électroniques? Now let's take a second to figure out this one. I've slightly rephrased it, but I'm sure you can guess what it means. Appareil électronique means electronic devices. And here is a bit from your book that helps you compose a sentence. It's very easy. You can pick up a bit of a sentence in box number 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you combine everything, you get a very complete and interesting sentence. There is an example in a little bit of paper that's at the top of this box. So have a look at it, read it, try to see how you could use it in your own way. For that, give yourselves 4 minutes, but make it long and interesting. Question 5. Qu'est-ce que tu aimes faire avec tes amis? What does this mean? You might have recognized ami, which is friend. So question is, what do you like to do with your friends? And for that, you can use a little bit of everything we've seen so far. Here is a little reminder. When you use aimer, adorer, détester plus an activity, you're going to use the infinitive. Look at the example. J'aime regarder, j'adore télécharger, je n'aime pas prendre. And your infinitive goes immediately after the verb or the pas. You can start with avec mes amis, dot, dot, dot. But if you want to challenge yourself a bit more, let's use something a bit more elaborate than just je. You can try using nous. But if you do that, you need to change your verb ending. So it's not going to be j'aime, but nous aimons. Not j'adore, but nous adorons. Not je joue, but nous jouons. Not je fais, but rather nous faisons. So choose the one that's a bit more challenging for you, or you can even do something very clever, which is mix up both. Use a bit of je and use a bit of nous. This is going to enrich your answers. For this question, give yourselves 3 minutes. Question 6, we're nearly there. The question is, qu'est-ce que tu aimes faire le week-end? We know this one because weekend is a loan word. We've basically stolen that from English. But the little French twist on it is that it's hyphenated. So the hyphen is the little dash between week and end. This is how we spell weekend in French. The question is, what do you like to do on the weekend? I would like you to use everything we've seen previously, but also bear in mind these little tips to sequence your sentences a bit better. So try to use the expressions d'abord, first of all, ensuite or puis, which means then, and après, which means afterwards. So here is one example. Le week-end, j'aime jouer au netball le matin. Le matin means the morning. Après, j'aime aller au parc. Puis, j'aime aussi regarder des films. I've used aussi to indicate the variety of all the things I like to do. Now, if we want to challenge ourselves a bit more, here is a more complicated version of that. Le week-end, j'aime surtout means above all, jouer au netball le matin parce que c'est mon sport préféré et je suis plutôt sportive. Notice how I've added this extra bit of information here. So I'm using the past vocabulary to give a little bit more information about myself. Après, j'aime aller au parc avec ma famille. So here again, extra detail, avec ma famille, with my family. Enfin, meaning finally, j'aime aussi regarder des films car c'est amusant. So you see how I've used alternatively parce que and car to avoid repeating myself. So I've used both ways of saying because. And I've justified my opinion by using an adjective, car c'est amusant. Whoops, for this one, you're going to give yourselves 4 minutes. My bad, I forgot the little clock. All right, question 7. Again, we're going to use the same thing as in the previous question, but we're going to turn it into negative opinions. So make sure that you answer about all the things that you don't like to do at the weekend. For that, oh, look at this. I've never shown you that before. This is a little buddy, the negative sandwich. It's because ne, verb, pas, is the formula for the negative sandwich. So remember, je n'aime pas, je ne joue pas. You always have ne, your verb, and pas. Never change this order. This is how you form a negative sentence. And for this negative version of question 6, we're going to give ourselves 3 minutes. Well done, everyone! You've managed to complete your whole task. So, here is the homework. Send me the file with your answers to claim completion of the task. The task. Right, so you're just going to attach the file in your reply to the Firefly task. So I can mark it and give you comments on your work. And you're going to revise the vocabulary for the whole module 3. You might have a little vocab quiz. That's it for us. Bye!